Let's go to Lisa, Sharon Harper, and she is the Executive Director of New York Faith and Justice. Welcome to you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Senator Clinton, underdeveloped nations and regions that lack widespread access to education and basic resources like water, and they tend to be some of the most unstable and dangerous regions of the world, places like Pakistan, Somalia, Sudan. Our national security is at stake, but our military is stretched. As president, would you consider committing U.S. troops to a purely humanitarian mission under the leadership of a foreign flag?
Well, let me start by saying, number one, I believe strongly that we have to get back to leading on issues like health care and education and women's rights around the world. I've introduced legislation called the Education for All Act, and it's bipartisan. I introduced it first in 2004, and then we reintroduced it on a bipartisan basis in 2007. And the work that I would want to do to have the United States lead the world in putting the 77 million kids who aren't in school into school, having us lead when it comes to health care, particularly in malaria, TB, HIV/AIDS, but also women's health, which has been woefully neglected. I believe we should demonstrate our commitment to people who are poor, disenfranchised, disempowered before we talk about putting troops anywhere. The United States has to be seen again as a peacekeeper, and we have lost that standing in these last 7 years. Therefore, I want us to have a partnership, government to government, government with the private sector, government with our NGOs and our faith community, to show the best of what America has to offer. I really appreciated President Bush, after the tsunami struck, asking his father and my husband to represent the United States and our concern for the people who'd been devastated. And yes, the military was there delivering supplies. That sent a loud message, and it was resonating throughout South Asia. In Indonesia, the largest Muslim country in the world, America's favorability rose dramatically because we were seen as caring and compassionate toward those with whom we had very little contact, or in fact some level of distrust previously. So I think we have to concentrate first and foremost on restoring our moral authority in the world and our standing in the world. And there are lots of ways that the United States military can be helpful and can show the better face of America. After the Pakistan earthquakes, we sent in military teams to help people. So I think that is my emphasis right now. Before we get to what we might do hypothetically, let's see what we will do realistically to rebuild America's moral authority and demonstrate our commitment to compassionate humanitarianism.